Hi, once again, my name is Jason Heinrich, and as I have mentioned in the past, I am a proud union member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW, Local 890. That statement might not be real shocking. However, in today's hostile political atmosphere, especially here in Wisconsin, admitting you are a member of a union is a bit scary. Unions and union membership are constantly part of heated discussions on national and local media, ranging from newspapers, radio shows, and television coverage. Far-right politics have placed unions and therefore union members directly in the crosshairs of federal, state, and local elected officials. That is why I have chosen to use this time to inform the public of the history of the IBEW and why I am proud to be part of this great organization. After Thomas Edison invented the first commercially successful incandescent lamp in 1879, the public began to become more aware of the awesome power and possibilities electricity could provide. Public demand for electricity quickly began to grow, and with that, the need for linemen and wiremen increased accordingly. As more people entered the electrical industry, concern over the horrible working conditions began to build momentum. Safety standards as we know it today did not exist. According to history records, these safety concerns were one of the main reasons the nucleus of what is now known as the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers was formed back in 1890 in the city of St. Louis, Missouri. It was here also where a 10-person delegation met and began to form what is now the Constitution of the IBEW. Henry Miller, a lineman from St. Louis, Missouri, was elected the first Grand President. And interestingly enough, a man simply known as M. Dorsey from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was part of the original 10-person delegation. The present-day IBEW represents roughly 1 million people across the United States and Canada. Members consist of utility workers, residential, commercial, industrial electricians, communication workers, railroad workers, and manufacturing and government employees. In the state of Wisconsin, there are roughly 10,000 IBEW members and over 400 in the Janesville-Beloit area. Many of our members have served a state-indentured 5-year apprenticeship that requires 500 hours of classroom instruction and thousands of hours of on-the-job training. In addition, the state of Wisconsin requires everyone performing electrical work to hold a state electrical license. To obtain this license, a person must take and successfully pass a state-administered written test. And then once you receive your license, in order to maintain that license, every credential holder must attend a minimum of 24 hours of approved continuing education units in order to keep their license current. As you can see, the IBEW is highly committed to education and training and spends millions of dollars annually to ensure IBEW electricians are the highest skilled workforce available. Now, you might think you don't know anyone associated with the IBEW, but in reality, you probably do. IBEW members are sprinkled throughout the community in many different capacities. IBEW members can be counted on to keep electricity flowing from thousands of power plants across the country to the millions of miles of power distribution lines that lead to our factories, hospitals, schools, and our homes. IBEW members are not only relied on to provide electricity, but to make sure that the electricity that is provided is able to be safely consumed by the end user. If you know someone who has or currently works for one of the local utility companies such as We Energies, Alliant Energy, Enbridge, or Rock Co-op, then you know an IBEW member. Or maybe you know someone that has worked for an electrical contractor such as Westfall Electric, Amp Electric, Foley Electric, H&H Electric, or maybe Pieper Power. These are all electrical contractors that employ IBEW electricians. IBEW members can also be found working for the following institutions: Blackhawk Technical College, UW-Whitewater, and UW-Madison, the school districts of Janesville, Beloit, Rockford, Monroe, Edgerton, Evansville, Jefferson, And that's just a few to name. There are many, many more. And IBEW members also perform electrical and maintenance work for local businesses such as Angie Energy Systems, General Motors, Chrysler, Grande Cheese, Frito-Lay, Hormel, and Kerry Ingredients, just to name a few. Chances are, whether you are traveling locally, statewide, or across the country, somewhere at some point you have most likely ran across a member of the IBEW. In conclusion, I hope you will not only be able to recognize the acronym IBEW, but also understand a small piece of the background and history of the largest union of electricians in the world. I am also optimistic that you can now identify at least one neighbor or one person in the community that is a member of the IBEW, and that maybe by putting a face to the union, this allows you to see union members are not bad people, but regular, normal citizens trying to provide for our families while safely and effectively providing a service. Thank you.